We are going to do a little history story today, okay? We're going to do a history story. Okay, so the first ever central bank of the United States was founded in 1971, just after the new U.S. Constitution came into effect. And there was two sides of the coin, of course. You had Alexander Hamilton, who was the first Treasury Secretary of the United States under the new Constitution, who came with the idea of the first central bank in the United States, and he was part of the Federalist Party at the time. Thomas Jefferson was on the other end of the table, who opposed the central bank and was a part of the Democratic Republican Party. The Bank of the United States had a 20-year charter that was active. There was talks of having it extended, obviously, but before the expiration date. This was like in 1808. By this time, the Democratic Republican Party had taken power. Thomas Jefferson at this time had been killed in a duel. Like IRL duel back then. And the charter eventually expired in 1811. Now, directly following that was the War of 1812, which was fought regarding a clash of maritime rights, which has to do with the ocean, ships, things like that, trading and whatnot, territorial ambitions, and national pride. Gay Pride Month. Now, obviously, because of the war, fiscal problems arose because of the war. So, due to that fact, this led to the creation of the Second Bank of the United States, where again we had two opposing parts of the story. We have Andrew Jackson's side, who strongly opposes the bank, and he actually ended up vetoing its rechartering in 1832. Then we have Henry Clay, which is one of the many who supported the bank, the Second Bank of the United States, which was the second central bank. And he was part of the National Republican Party. And this bank was established between 1816 and 1836. Now, between 1836 and 1913, the free banking era took place. And again, on top of this, we also had several financial crises, which is the Panic of 1873, Panic of 1907, and others. This ended up leading to the creation, or was the reasoning for the creation of the Federal Reserve Bank of the United States, which we know and love today, as Mr. Jerome Powell is the chairman of. That's how the Federal Reserve Bank came to be, in a nutshell, just from the banking central bank perspective.